They're just not good like that. And they're not very strong. They're not very dynamic. They're just, as I say, one-dimensional. But the thing is, with these players, what kind of irks me, they act like they are ballers. They act like they are Ballon d'Or nominated players, but they don't work hard enough to warrant that. And they don't. They actually don't work hard enough. I've watched Alejandro Garnacho. I remember I was at the opening game of the season a couple of years back, and I was sat right at the front in the Alex Ferguson stand, so I was up close and personal with Garnacho, and he started on the left that day, and I was watching him. His ball control was awful. He couldn't pass a ball. He was the worst player on that pitch. It was ridiculous. But the thing is with him, and this probably goes to his head a little bit, he's crap for about 4 games, but then on the 5th game, he'll score a bicycle kick out of nowhere that wins goal of the season. Like he did against Everton. And fair enough, it was an amazing finish. But when you want a consistent team that picks up 3 points week in, week out, you can't hang your hat on players who are flash in the pans every 6 games. It was the same with Paul Pogba. He was another one, but we'll get to Paul Pogba in a minute because he's on the list as well. The rant list. And that's what this is right here, the rant list. Anyway. So Garnacho wearing that number 9 Marcus Rashford shirt on that driveway on his holidays. It's like, you need to, humble yourself a little bit, young man, because Man United have done a lot for you, and you've had a lot of chances, and you have had a lot of chances over the past 4 years or however long it's been made, and you've played a lot of games, but you haven't done anything to warrant acting the way that you are acting at the moment. And this notion about he's doing that to force a move, no one's forcing you to stay, pal. No one's forcing you to stay. It's time for you to move on. So whatever the hold-up is for Alejandro Garnacho leaving Man United, it just needs to be, both sides just need to be realistic, draw a line under everything, and just say all the very best in your future endeavours. Because it's absolutely ridiculous. All these games, and I believe Bruno Fernandes posted or clicked a like on that picture, and I don't know if, see, the thing is, on Insta pictures, obviously you can post a few and then you swipe across. Now that one that Garnacho had, I mean, look it up on his Instagram, on Garnacho's Instagram, right? I think it's the 2nd or 3rd one along. So I think you can like the whole batch without realising there's one on there that's dodgy. So perhaps we'll give Bruno Fernandes the benefit of the doubt, because he is a class act at Man United. Even all this business with, talking to Al Hilal and, potentially leaving and all of this, it was done very tastefully. And the guy seems to be a gentleman. And even with the criticism with Roy Keane earlier on this season, when Roy Keane absolutely lambasted him, he still handled that with class. Like, he didn't care. He was, and he does put the effort in. You might think that he's a bit, nonchalant. Not nonchalant, that's the wrong word. You might think he's a bit petulant. That's the word I was looking for. And, throwing his hands up in the air and all of this, blah, blah, blah. But he's emotionally engaged in the game. And he's Portuguese, so he's a bit, that's kind of like a Portuguese, Hispanic kind of temperament, But he never, ever looks like he doesn't put the effort in. And those are the kinds of players that you want. So I can't see him clicking a like on that after seeing that Rashford 9 top. Because I think he's got more respect for Man United and the Man United fans as well. But yeah, Alejandro Garnacho. It is a shame that things haven't worked out with Rashford and Garnacho, to be honest, because I mean it's all been said before. Rashford is a local lad, and he's come through the ranks and all of that. But I don't know. He's just not the player that's going to take us to the level that we want to get to, and I don't know where we'd put him in the annals of Manchester United history. I mean, if you go back to Fergie's era, he'd be a bench player. He'd be a squad player at best. He'd be like, so long as he put the effort in, which I think he would, because those Ferguson teams would knock the laziness out of him, and Ferguson would as well. But let's go back to the 08 team when we had Rooney, Ronaldo and Tevez up front. He'd be a bench player in that team, obviously.